evening. You're watching News Edge with me, Priyamvada Tyagi. Let's take you through today's update on the ongoing conflict. Israel's military chief has told soldiers that Iran's attack on the country will be met with a response. We do not seek to expand the war, but we will cut off every hand that attacks our country, says an Iranian army spokesperson. 10 bodies have been recovered so far from a mass grave at Gaza City's hospital, says a Gaza health official at the site. Israeli settlers are continuing their deadly rampage in the occupied West Bank as more Israeli troops have been called in. At least 33,797 Palestinians have been killed and 76,465 wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7. The death toll in Israel from Hamas' October 7 attack stands at 1,139, with dozens of people still held captive. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators blocked roadways in California, New York, and the Pacific Northwest, temporarily shutting down travel into some of the nation's most heavily used airports, the Golden Gate and Brooklyn bridges, and on a busy West Coast highway. In Chicago, protesters linked arms and blockade lanes of Interstate 190 leading into International Airport in a demonstration they said was part of a global economic blockade to free Palestine. In each city, we will identify and blockade major choke points in the economy, focusing on points of production and circulation with the aim of causing the most economic impact, the Group A15 Actions said. Israel's military says it killed numerous fighters over the past day in central Gaza, where its forces continue a precise raid. Israeli troops and aircraft operating in the area also destroyed dozens of military infrastructure, including tunnels and military compounds being used by Hamas fighters, it said. Israeli attack in central Gaza, particularly in and around the refugee camp, killed and wounded dozens of civilians over the past day as well, including 2 children in the north of the camp. Iran had about 150 ballistic missiles capable of reaching Israel from Iranian territory, and it appears to have used up most of the current stockpile in its weekend attack. Iran's expenditure of those 150 ballistic long-range missiles out of a total ballistic missile stockpile of about 3,000 showed the barrage on Israel was a maximum effort. It was an indiscriminate effort. The US and allies in the region are able to track when Iran brings its ballistic missiles out of storage and positions them on launch pads. When Iran launches its missile, deep space sensors detect that immediately. Well, the Pentagon says that Air Force fighter jets, squadrons in the region, as well as Navy ships in the Mediterranean Sea, participated in the effort to take out Iranian missiles and drones. Both Navy destroyers shot down missiles from the sea. The US military took down about 80 Iranian projectiles out of 300. Pentagon press secretary said that additional fighter squadrons were moved into the region before the weekend and they will remain there. He would not identify the countries where they were based. Well, that's all we have. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.